this is Ling Chi, brush painting for beginners. Today we're going to do a bird study. Flower and bird in Chinese brush painting that usually group as a category, and versus landscape or figures and animals. There's a lot of flower study out there and being covered, but very few birds. I think part of it is people didn't get the hang of it, that actually bird subject is so versatile, because you can change the beak a little bit and change the color of the feather, and then you can have all kind of birds paintings. And I just collect a whole bunch of photographs of birds from internet, and as the time goes along I'll share with everybody. And today is the first time I'm going to use the technique to explain the anatomy of a flying bird, and then how you can quickly make it into two different kind of birds. So the first one we're here is a flying egret. So we're going to do this one, which is very simple, just ink. And I add a little bit gold in the feather to show the interesting reflection of the light. You don't have to. And then the leg is a little bit yellow-green. And so this one was done on a vintage SIzed Xuan, and I'm going to do on the semi-SIzed Xuan, which is P31. We sold quite a bit package from our last virtual group sample paper, which including vintage, jade plate, semi-size, and olive color single Xuan. You can either get vintage sized or semi-sized Xuan by itself, and which would be a good paper to do these bird study. The reason is both of them show good color and good ink value, but then it doesn't run that much because the bird is so intricate. So you want to make sure that that you can control the moisture. If you wanted to use SIzed paper, then I would suggest you use glue to it. So I have just a dish of ink, Bass bottle ink, and then a companion set. I'm not using much color, so the companion set will be convenient, not to squeeze out or anything. So the brush I'm going to use full Lotus for the feather, which you can also use your large flow or super flow, and small flow for the head, and then the neck, and happy dot for the eyes and the beak. So I think I covered the material. And I have a Mica color set here, and then I might use a little bit of gold while I'm at it. So we start with the beak. So again, this is on our semi-SIzed Xuan. This finished one is on our vintage SIzed Xuan. So I'm going to do the beak. So start with very thin, and then a little bit thicker. And then my eyes, it's very important how close, if you study the birds, how close the eyes to the beak. A lot of times people make mistakes, let the eye goes too far. So my eyes is right in line with the beak, a little bit up on the top. Okay. Then I'm going to use the flow brush for the head. And then I have a little circle here to connect it with my neck. So my neck is a little bit too short for me, so I add another line right below it. Okay. So then now I'm trying to shape the body of the birds. The bird's body is pretty, not too fat, because an egret is a long bird. So then I have all right, and then I'm now making the top wing. So I'm connecting this shape. Okay, so then I'm going to use my full Lotus brush. The egret is a little bit lighter color than the next one I'm going to do, which is a crane. So the feather is, I'm not going to use full strength of ink, so dilute the ink a little bit. So all the feather is going to come to the center of the body. That's another important factor. So I'm making 2 strokes to connect the other side of the wing. So a little bit darker ink here to finish that. Okay, and then on the to connect this, then I'm doing the other side of the wing, so have less stroke. So you can see both wing is coming toward the center of the body. That's where the wing coming from. So that's important to remember. So I'm cleaning up my brush. So hopefully I can touch a little bit gold or mica, and then to add on the top of the wing. Okay, and then I rinse my brush off, and then now I'm doing the tail a little bit darker right followed this. So this pretty much finishing, oh, I forgot a little bit on the finishing the face. So finishing the, this I finished the face. And then I'm going to use Happy Dot with a little bit ochre. Touch of green. So then this is the lake behind it. So this is the egret I'm going to do. And I'm going to quickly, I'm not going to explain as much in the next one, just go ahead and do it quickly. The next one is a crane. So I want to show you the versatility of the bird study. Once you learn the birds, then you have all different variety you can do. So, Happy Dot, intense. The bird eyes. And then, because the crane has like a red crown. See a lot of. So I did use carmine and red combined. So the red alone is not, it's too orange. So this is all the red I'm going to use. Then I'm going to use the ink. We finish the face. Okay, and then I'm going to use the full Lotus brush. You can use your large flow. Now I'm going to use much darker ink than what I did before with the egret. Oh, I forgot the body. So I connected this and then okay, so full Lotus brush. So make sure the feather is still toward the center of the body. And the other side of the wing. And the tail. Okay. Then I'm using the gold to accent the back of the Okay, this is the flying crane. So you can see both birds doing the, you only have to learn it once. And then they will represent two different kinds of birds. And as the time goes along, I will show you all the other possible bird study.